show. Let's get in a couple of managements.
Let's do that. We have J. Kumar Infra, which is on our radar after it reported its fourth quarter numbers. The revenues for the company grew about 26%. The EBITDA too was high by about 27%. So good quarter, so to say. Important to know what the outlook for the year coming ahead is. Kamal Gupta, the managing director, as always, joins us. Thanks a lot, Mr. Gupta, for joining in. You ended this year with an order book of close to 21,000 crores. Expected order book, what you had given us earlier, was 25,000 by FY27. So let's put those questions forth to you first. What is your order inflow guidance for FY25 and what is your execution pipeline looking like?
Yeah. Hi, good morning. So if you see this quarter itself, Q4, we have secured 3,750 crores of orders. And on a year basis, there's an inflow of 11,800 crores. So taking our order book, as rightly told by you, to 21,000 crores. So our vision to be a billion-dollar revenue company by FY27, I think we are right on the path. So achieving 25,000 crores of order book in FY27 doesn't look to be difficult now. This year has been a record inflow for us, 11,800, and this gives us clear visibility for coming 3 to 4 years. We are already L1 in this month for 4,700 crores of projects. This includes a multimodal corridor from Virar to Alibag, costing 4,100 crores. So our guidance of if order inflow of 6 to 8,000 crores in FY25 seems to be realistic, and we are very comfortable in achieving it. So we wanted to maintain an order book of almost 20 to 22,000 crores by year end of FY25, which is very conservative and comfortable.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Gupta, good morning and welcome to the show. You're sounding very, very optimistic about business. What about execution for the coming year? What kind of execution, what kind of margins for the current year? That's FY25.
So we have been continuously delivering a healthy margin of 14.2%. This year, it has gone up by 0.2 basis up. So it's 14.4% EBITDA. And we are hopeful, in coming 6 to 8 quarters, our margins will increase from 14 to 15% to 15 to 16%. And the execution on all the projects are going very good. Even the projects what we have secured now in these years have been started. We see a revenue coming in from this from Q2, and they will add significantly to the growth of in revenue in FY25.
So mid-teens growth for this year with margins closer to around 15%. Are we getting that correct?
Exactly.
Right. Just to back calculate some of the numbers, you said that you are expecting an order inflow of anywhere between 6 to 8,000 crores in this year, and your order book currently is 21,000 crores. You expect order book at the end of this year to be about 22,000 crores. So by that measure, your execution this year should be around 6,500 to 7,000 crores. Can we expect that on the top line?
So as we were given a guidance before, also 15% growth. So I think we will go up to 16 to 17% growth in this year, and taking it to around 5,600 to 5,700 crores of net sales by FY25.
Right. Recently there were some RBI norms that came in for project financing. How does that impact your cost of projects or, your ability to raise funds? Would that be an impact?
So it won't be impact to us. Our debt as of now is only 576 crores, which is 0.2x of, so giving us sufficient leverage. And our interest cost is only 9 to 10%. So the impact of these RBI norms is not on our P&L account.
All right. Mr. Gupta, I just want to clarify that multimodal route you were talking about that you're going to be working on is from Virar to?
Alibag.
Alibag, wow, beautiful. Sounds.
It is sort of a ring road from Virar to Alibag, connecting Vadodara Mumbai Expressway also, and through the JNPT. So it will be a very good connect.
It'll be very good, for those who want to go by road instead of the RoRo as well. Good. Maybe Alibag's property prices, I think, have been the biggest outperformers in the last many years. And with this road, maybe, in fact, it could look even better. What is the timelines for this execution of this particular route?
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
All right,
All
3
right.
years,
We'll have to think about it.
The interesting part is that, those who are coming from Gujarat as well will have direct access to Alibag
Yeah.
as against the others, because they'll reach all the way to Virar and
Virar
then go
and then
directly
straight away go to
Alibag. Let's see how that pans out. It sounds very exciting, just the way a lot of these infra projects do sound exciting. And speaking about exciting infra projects, metros, how much of it is pending and what's the execution timeline here?
So Metro, all the projects are going very well. And we are this line 3 from Colaba to Ships. So phase 1 from Ships to BKC, MMRC is planning to start operations from July or August, because work is almost completed and they are in the final league of taking approvals like Fire NOC, the RDSO approvals, and the Chief Railway Commissioner's approval. So that is in process. So that will take around 1.5 months. So I think by Mumbaikars could enjoy this by July or August, for sure.
That's the first phase.
Yeah, that's the first phase of Line 3 underground, and the second phase should be done by November this year.
Okay, all right.
Final by this year end, yeah.
All right, Mr. Gupta, what is your exposure to Maharashtra as a percentage of your total business?
So Maharashtra, as on now, looking to an order book of 21,000 crores, it compromises almost 65% in Maharashtra, 20% in Tamil Nadu, and the rest in UP, NCR, and other places.
Okay, the reason I ask you is because, this is one of the states where you'll have both the center elections as well as the state elections in a matter of 6 months or so. So will that slow down the tendering, the order booking? Do you see any sort of risk to the business?
So as we are bidding pan-India, and as I told you, what we have already secured, we are L1 in 4,100 crore of project that is in Maharashtra only. So this all will be converted to order much before the elections, state elections kicks in. So I don't think there should be, and we have sufficient order book. So and on national level, center level, all the projects will be all the biddings will also be on.
All right, that's interesting, because while Nigel did speak about the central elections as well as the state elections, the one elections that haven't happened in Mumbai so far are the BMC elections for the last couple of years. That could happen, soon as well. So just wanted your thoughts on the BMC contribution to your order book right now, and were there to be fresh elections announced for the BMC anytime soon? Could that impact?
No, so we have secured a considerable chunk from BMC this year. Would it be like the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road, which is twin tunnel, compromising 7,500 crores in a JV. So our share will be 3,500 crores. Plus the Warsaw-Dahisar Coastal Road, even that is 2,500 crore in JV. So our share will be 1,300 crores. And one Orange Gate from Orange Gate to Grant Road elevated. So this is a considerable component of BMC. But all these projects, orders are already been in, and the project execution is already been started, the mobilization all. So because of the elections, there won't be any slowdown in these projects, what we have secured. Though like
no, not in these projects. We're trying to figure out what happens afterwards.
So of course, during the elections, the 2 months period will be cooling off period. So that time they won't be able to finalize any further new contracts.
Okay, all right. Mr. Gupta, thanks a lot for joining in. You're sounding very, very optimistic, about the business. And I'll tell you what, when the stock price was 200, 250 rupees odd, I recall you joining in, you spelled out that you're going to be a $1 billion revenue company in the coming future. As of now, the path you have set, it appears to be your on course. And, share price aside, as Mumbaikars, we want you to execute faster. It'll make our lives a lot simpler. So we're cheering on the execution front. Your shareholders and, they will be tracking all the numbers as well. Thanks a lot for joining.
I am fully optimistic like you. And if you see, Mumbai has been changing in coming 3 years. As we have been enjoying this coastal road and the Atal Setu and this metro network. So I think it will be a boon for Mumbaikars in coming 2 to 3 years.
All right.
I just hope that... all of this construction does end at some point in time, because since the time I think both Nigel and I have been going to school, we've all seen only construction activity happening with a lot of promise. But we'll take that on board. In the next 3 years, hopefully, Mumbai does change and we see this as a boon for all of us. No one will be happier more than us. Take a short break. Come back. On the other side, we'll be joined by Jayanta Basu, who's the Managing Director of ITD Cementation, to discuss their quarter gone by.